Are you? Roll Tide, roll tide. Come on in. Roll Tide, roll tide. Come on in, man. Warrior. Warrior. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride. Let's get it. Let's get to it. Another live, another day, another time to talk Bama ball. You hear me? A lot going on in the Bama world, man. Transfer portal. Bama had some big signings today. I'm gonna get into it. Coming live and direct with another live, though. The state of Alabama football. The state of Alabama football. Which direction is Alabama headed? What needs to happen? Are fans justified for saying some coaches need to be fired? You hear me? A lot to talk about today. You know, this ain't no regular live. First, I got to get into my rant, and then we going to dive into it. I'm talking Indiana football today. That'll be one of the first segments. We're going to talk about the transfer portal and how Alabama needs to attack the transfer portal and play the game. We talk about the portal in general. This is the realm of college football. And guess what? Bama must play the damn game. You hear me? Roll Tide full of pride once again. But before I get into it, before I dive right in, you know I must go into my rant. A lot of after the Indiana game, I really didn't really dive in or really show too much anger. You know, kept cool, kept calm. You hear me? Roll Tide full of pride, but it's like a division right now, right, amongst Bama fans, et cetera, et cetera. Some people blame the players. Some people blame the coaches. A lot of people want the coaches to go. So I'm going to start my rant here before I even start this live, before I even dive into the topics. You hear me? Once again, Roll Tide full of pride, baby. Win, lose, or draw, forever, forever. And I think I just got an update. Bama just landed a nice cornerback, I believe, in the portal. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to the portal, you must attack. You must attack. This is the era, the realm of college football. You know, not only attack. Like I said, you can't depend on freshmen coming in and playing right away. You saw how old Indiana's team was, how experienced they were. You saw the type of players Kurt Signetti went for, right? Right. So at the end of the day, with that being said, Bama needs to do the same thing. Then you lose some players to the portal, you gain some players through the portal, man. That's the win-win. That's the win-win. That's the realm we are in. But before I get into it, that Indiana loss was piss poor. That is nowhere near the standard. You hear me? Nowhere near the Bama standard or nowhere near it has ever been, especially you talk about the Saban era. Boom. The lack of effort that was shown, piss poor. I should say the lack of effort that was shown second half, leading up to the second half in the game, piss poor. The mental focus, piss poor. Dog, the execution, piss poor. The team's lack of preparation, piss poor. But for people saying fire DeBoer, I'm going to tell you right now, DeBoer won't be fired. But at the end of the day, that performance, The way those players were not ready, how soft those players looked at times in that game. I'm gonna tell you right now, that starts with coaching, baby. I repeat, that starts with coaching, huh? Yeah. I don't care what nobody talking about. You enter a Rose Bowl game, stakes on the line, you supposed to put it on the line, and that's how you show up, huh? And that's how you perform. Inexcusable, I repeat, inexcusable, bro, from top to bottom. But where does it start from? It starts with your head coach, period. It starts with your coordinators, period. Now understands players play a major role. We talk about lack of execution, piss poor effort at times, all that. But at the end of the day, it starts and begins with your head coach, bro, and your coaching staff. That's the most important part of a team. Period. Bottom line, no cap. So with that being said, will Kalen DeBoer be fired? No, he won't be fired, but other coaches should be fired. And some of these players hitting the portal, you got to ask yourself, why are they hitting the portal so abruptly, so quickly and swiftly, huh? Why are some of these defensive standouts hitting the portal so quickly and swiftly, huh? Could it be go defensive side, go offensive side? Did these players know something? What's the 411? What's the inside scoop? If you know something, hey, fire the chat up, right? Fire the comments up. Let me know, bro. Let me know. But because some of the players not want to play for Walmack or not want to play for Ryan Grubb. We saw inconsistent, piss poor coaching through the whole season. You hear me? Especially on the offensive side of the ball. So some of these offensive players entering the portal, do you wonder why? Hell no, you don't wonder why. You hear me? Some of these defensive players entering the portal. Do you wonder why? Hell no, you don't wonder why. I'm going to get into that later. I'm going to really break it down, man. And once again, if you want to come up, say how you feel, just make sure you say what's real. Let me know, dog. No cap. Once again, roll tide, full of pride. Before I go any further, let me get into a video clip, huh? Give me 1 second, baby. 1 second. We here. They talking about roll tide this and roll tide that. It's funny though. It's funny though, man. Even though Bama had a bad loss, people saying Bama ain't this no more. Bama ain't that. The Saban era is over. Yeah, the Saban era is over. It's a new era. The question is, where does Kalen DeBoer go from here? Period. This third year, we're gonna really see, since we talk about it's his true roster now. Some of the players who hit the portal were under the Nick Saban era, the Nick Saban regime. All right, bet, cool, boom. Now, for real, it's no more excuses for DeBoer. It wasn't no excuses this year, period. It wasn't no excuses for Ryan Grubb this year. And we talk about Grubb, his ass might need to be fired. What was the biggest conundrum for Bama? Lack of what? Lack of run game? Well, you got to wonder why the Seattle Seahawks really fired Grubb's ass after 1 year. What did McDonald say? He said it point blank, period. The Seahawks had no run game. And we saw all season long. You can question O-line play. You can question this and question that. We saw numerous times Ryan Grubb come up off the run, stop running the ball, not trusting his linemen, not letting his O-line get into a rhythm, his total offense get into a rhythm as far as running the damn ball, right? Right. So at the end of the day, who's really at fault? Yeah, it's an overall team effort, but like I'm going to stand on it, it starts with coaching, man. And some of these coaches should be on a hot seat. Kalen DeBoer should be on a hot seat, but some of these coordinators need to go, bro. Some of these position coaches may need to go, bro. Heavy, early. No cap. No way around it, man. No way around it. Let's get into this clip, man, of how fans really feeling. Me 1 second, baby. What the hell going on? Fuck going on around here, huh? Yeah. What's going on around yonder here, man? Yeah.
Take the three to Indiana, fire the board, pack his bags, send them back to wherever they wear khakis.
So I didn't finish my corn dog before we were down 21.
We were losing at halftime and the band still played.
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me run that one more time, man. Heavy.
Take the three to Indiana, fire the board, pack his bags, send them back to wherever they wear khakis.
So I didn't finish my corn dog before we were down 21.
We were losing at halftime and the band still played. 38.
Now some may see that clip and say the fan is overreacting. Some may see that clip and say fans are doing too much, fans are doing this, fans are doing that. Calm down. Now will DeBoer get fired? Hell to the no. DeBoer definitely won't get fired at all. That's not gonna happen, at least not right now. But fans have every right to be mad, homie. You hear me? Early. Especially fans who are real fans and care about the players and care about seeing them boys win and care about them coaches and who have invested energy, hours into Bama football, money, Guapino, Federale, into Bama football, right? Right. If you buy Bama merch, if you go to the games, if you a lifetime long fan, you got some people who've been fans since kids, bro, early. It's damn near literally embedded into their blood. You hear me, huh? Yeah. Heavy, man. So fans have every right to get mad. Now, have some fans done too much? Hell yeah. Have they maybe pointed the finger at the wrong people? Hell yeah. But that's what comes with the territory when you show up and play a piss poor game. It wasn't even about how Bama lost, right? Right. I mean, it wasn't about the loss. It was about how they lost. 38-3. You tell me with all those 4 and 5 stars on the roster, you lose 38-3. That's directly goes to your head coach. That directly goes to your coaching staff. With how underprepared and how overwhelmed them Bama players look on the field, who's the first person to blame? Where does it start? Where does the mental lack of preparation come in, huh? Yeah, it starts with your damn coach, bro. Period. No cap. And ain't no way around that. And I'm going to stand on it 10 toes down. So people saying DeBoer needs to be fired, they have every right to say that, even if they're being over dramatic. Now, will DeBoer be fired? No. No, man. Like I said in previous videos, you don't do that. You don't do that at this point in time, right now, especially. You hear me? Get a man a little more time. Now, should he be in the hot seat? Hell yeah. But wait and see how this year 3 pans out. Year 3, when it's no longer whose roster is it? No, it's DeBoer's roster, right? Yeah. It's no more, the Saban era. You got some Saban players left. No. This year 3, you're going to see the trajectory this team is going in. And you give Kalen DeBoer the benefit of the doubt. Why? He has a little leeway. Why? Because we talk about progress. What is the main goal? What do we want to see as Bama fans, right? Progression, progress. Hey, fire the chat up. Make sure you like the chat up if you win it. I'm going to get into the comments. You know how I do. I got to go on my rant first part of the stream early. But we wanted to see progress. Now, we checked the stats and the facts. What did we see from Bama? We saw progress. You got to tell the truth. You got to be real. The first season under DeBoer, 9 games, missed the playoffs. Boom. He comes back second season. Boom. You make the playoffs. You win 11 games. You beat Oklahoma. So we've seen progress. Was it a bad loss? Hell yeah. That was really the biggest point of the season. Like, that's the main issue for real. Not the loss per se, but the way you lost. That's what everybody was really upset about and mad about early, heavy. That was the biggest conundrum, dog. Not necessarily losing to Indiana, but playing piss poor, not playing up to the Bama standard. Coaches bullshitting again. Defense playing good all year, then getting their ass mollywopped by Indiana team. Huh? That was the main issue, dog. But as far as progress and getting better, showing improvement, you have to tell the truth and be real with it. Kalen DeBoer, this Bama team showed improvement as far as record, being in the playoff, winning a playoff game after being down 17. So we have to be fair as well. You can't just say, fire the man. I get it. I know fans is pissed off. But at the same time, we must think logically. Does it make sense for DeBoer to be gone right now? We would be looking at a situation similar to when Saban left, right? When he left abruptly. And you can't really forget Saban because a lot of the predicament Bama is in, Saban plays a role in that. I know it's 2 years later, but Saban played a role in that. All these players hitting the portal, players leaving, putting Bama in a tight situation, having to hurry up and find out and figure out a coaching situation. Hey, if they had more time, maybe they could have landed Signetti. Who knows? Signetti is a dog. We see Signetti is a real dog. And look how he built his team. Portal, experience. I said it in videos after the game. Them dudes look like grown men out there. 4th-year players, 5th-year players. Look like they about 35, 37 and up. You hear me? But it's cool. Give Kalen DeBoer, let him have some growing pains, but he needs to make the necessary moves. Certain coaches, that's a fact, needs to be fired. I know people talk about strength and conditioning. Now, I don't know how good or bad Alabama's strength and conditioning is, but I know watching them boys on the field, heavy, watching them versus Indiana, watching the line, the trenches, they need improvement in the damn strength and conditioning motherfucking program. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Give me peanut butter with my fucking jam. You hear me? I don't care what nobody talking about that. Now, I ain't going to say they're the worst strength and conditioning. And it's not always just about size and power. You hear me? Can you move, homie, with that weight on you? Can you move with that mass, huh? Heavy. Early, man. It's about movement as well. It's no longer the days of just, throw weight up. I can throw 500 pounds up. He can squat 600. Those are no longer the days for real, man. Can you move, bruh? And can you also move bodies? Do you have functional strength? Now, I ain't going to sit here and bash the Bama strength and conditioning program, but at the end of the day, it's some questions. There's questions everywhere. I want to see Grubb out the building. If I had it my way, you hear me, bro? Ryan Grubb is gone. Period. Point blank, period, man. You have to have some form of run game early. You have to have some form of run game early, especially in the playoffs, man, at every level. Middle school, high school, college, NFL, I don't care. You got to be able to run the ball. You got to get at least 60. You got to give me at least 60, baby. You hear me? Heavy, man. Roll Tide for the pride, man. You can't. What the fuck is 20 yards in a Rose Bowl? How many rushing yards Bama had in the Rose Bowl, man? Fire the chat up, dog. You hear me? We get into the comments in a minute, dog. But you got to have some form of run game and make the defense respected, bro. I don't care if you're a pass-heavy offense. That's cool. Bama could have won that way. But to have nothing in the run game, inexcusable, bro. Inexcusable. And Ryan Grubb was the main culprit. I'm going to get into that more and more in the live. But Ryan Grubb was the main culprit. Ain't no way in hell. We seen it versus Indiana. He'll break off a 10-yard run. Ryan Grubb throw the ball 3 times. What are we talking about here? How does that make any sense here? I'm a Vikings fan as well. I seen the same thing with KOC. Punk ass. Huh? You have to lean on a run, bro. Sometimes you gotta let your offensive line and let your running backs get into rhythm, run into rhythm. Eventually something will break. Eventually you will get in a groove. And the O-line was very suspect. We can't deny that either. Was it all the O-line? No. Sometimes your quarterback, Ty Simpson, put them in bad situations. Him being scared of the pocket. Him getting rattled in the pocket. Looking like a deer in headlights. I made a video about his ass as well. He looked like Kirk Cousins out there at times. Now, is he all bad? Can he improve? Yeah. And his punk ass might be going to Tennessee. He'll be a op. Huh? He go to Tennessee, he definitely gonna be a op. But Ty Simpson wasn't all good. He has to improve. It was times he had receivers open. It was times protection was good. And Ty Simpson just missed. Totally missed. Misread the defense, threw the ball too high, too low. Come on, bro. So it was an overall effort. But my thing is what I got to point out and make clear that it starts with coaching. So we know DeBoer ain't getting fired. Some of these people got to go. You hear me? Heavy. And it's a reason some of these players hitting the portal. Some players you let get away. I'm going to just be real with it. Noah Jackson or Noah Carter. Noah Carter, number 24, right? He flashed on the field a few times this year. His stature, his athletic ability, his speed, his athletic makeup. Cam Calhoun. Hey, I love the aggression Cam Calhoun played with. I love his physical demeanor. You hear me? So some players they may have gotten away, but at the end of the day, it's about how Bama bounces back and regroups, man, early. And we're gonna get into it with the comments about, man. Let's get it. Fernando Mendoza for Heisman. We got Max. What we talking about here, Maddox? What we talking about here, Maddox? He talking about Hernando Mendoza. We really talking about Fernando Mendoza right now. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Shout out to Fernando Mendoza. Congratulations to Indiana. But at the end of the day, we know what's up, man. Roll Tide, full of pride, hands down, man down. He coming in here talking about Mendoza, huh? So with that being said, let's get into the first segment of the live, man. Let's get it. Hold up, Andre Sutton in the building. Shout out my dog Andre Sutton in the building. Hold up, SKOL Vol Nation. You damn right. Bring it. Cigars in Knoxville. Shout out my boy Andre Sutton in the building, man. Give me a second, big dog. What a whistle at, man. You hear me? One more gear, man. Hold up. Oh, man. Yeah. You damn right, Ty be an op, man. He take his ass over there around yonder, over there to Vol Nation. You damn right, Andre. He gonna be a motherfucking op. I wish he would go over there and play for y'all, my boy. You hear me? Oh, I hope we tear his head clean, smooth off. Huh? Come on, man. Shout out Patron Corleone in the building. I like that, my dog. Patron Corleone in the building. Heavy Roll Tide. To the guys entering the portal, I hope they go to a team that has to play Bama. Talk to him, Patron. Talk to him, Patron Corleone. I like the way that vibe. I like the way that sound, homie. You hear me, huh? Yeah. He said, I hope they go. Hey, Patron, it never goes the way they think it will go, right, Patron? Every time, homie. But it's cool. Let them leave. But at the same time, we can't get too mad at them either, Corleone. Because some players probably just don't trust these coaches. Some players weren't utilized correctly, huh? Early. You got players, you got talent that was left on the field. So can you really sit back and blame these players for leaving? Now, some players, of course, they're enticed by more money, more guapino. They get enticed by the temptation, thinking the grass may be greener on the other side. So we get that. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at some players who leave because maybe they think they have no chance of playing. The Cam Calhouns, even though he's really a dog. The Noah Carters, even though he's really a dog, right? Now, the Keon Keeleys, you ask yourself why. That's a good player, a potential great player who definitely got away. You ask yourself why he would have left. Probably because the Guapino, the Federale, somebody offered more. You know what I mean? Because he pretty much had a guaranteed starting spot coming into next season, if you ask me. So he probably just got more Guapino elsewhere. I'm hearing James Smith hit the portal. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to really break it down, dog. You know, but some of these players probably have good reason that they left, homie, for real. And it's probably some inside things going on behind the scenes. Some shit going on behind the scenes that don't nobody know except Bama players and coaches and God. You hear me? Heavy. So it's a lot going on in Bama right now, but the state of Bama, we gonna know more after next season. You know? Period. But first, I want to talk about Indiana and this whole portal situation and how Bama should learn from Indiana, how Kalen DeBoer should learn from Kirk Cignetti. Because he's pretty much gave all the college football world the blueprint. And watch people follow, watch the floodgates open. You hear me? Heavy. He grew up in Tennessee. It's all good. Hey, like I say, He came to Bama, though. You hear me, Andre? He came to Bama, dog. Period. So, like I say, he want to go to Tennessee. It's cool. Let him go. Make his choice. But just know he a op early, a true op. I'm gonna get into his ass later. Here we go. He said crazy that Harbaugh got fired, but not surprised. Hold on, Harbaugh. Which Harbaugh? Talking about the Ravens Harbaugh, or we talking about the Chargers Harbaugh? You hear me? I know the Ravens ain't fired that, man. You talking about fire Harbaugh because of a field goal kicker? All right, bet, cool. Man, that's deep right there. That's crazy work. But first off, I want to talk about Indiana. Let's just get into it once again. Fire the chat up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Share this live. Before I go any further, become a member of the channel. Get exclusive videos, early previews. Get members only lives, etc., etc., etc. Only $3 a month. You can elevate to the big SKOL turned up. I believe $5 a month. But yeah, man, check out that membership program and become a member of the channel heavy early. Support the grind, support the channel. You know what it is, dog. Big SKOL here, roll tide, SKOL Vikes. We here, baby. We here. Let me see, Ravens. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, the Ravens fired him, but for what? You talking about a coach who had an injured quarterback? Field goal kicker has one job and he didn't do his damn job. That's the NFL, man. That's the NFL, dog. Part of the business. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes somebody has to be the scapegoat. You already know what the Ravens gonna say, right? Oh, we just wanted a fresh start. You know, we just needed some new energy in the building. That's how it goes sometimes, man. That's fucked up, though. Shout out Harbaugh, dog. But as a kicker, you got one damn job, homie. For real, homie. Yeah. Shout out Jacob in the building. Jacob, who do you support? What you mean, yo, who do I support? Expound, Jacob. Expound, my dog. Early. What do you mean, who do I support? Let me know what you mean, who do I support? Do you mean college ball, NFL ball? What? Here we go, man. Let's get into this segment. Oh, NFL? Come on, man. You see the vibe, Jacob. I know you see the videos. Go check the track record, homie. You know what it is, man. SKOL Vikes, you hear me? SKOL Tide. Early. NBA, I don't watch basketball. Could care nothing. I could care less about NBA, college basketball, whatever. Now I may check out some March Madness games, but as far as basketball goes, nah, I don't care too much about basketball, dog. You hear me, homie? Heavy. Yeah. So I want to talk about Indiana. Now we talk about Bama. We see Bama players leaving and hitting the portal. All good. But Indiana and what Kirk Cinetti has done, he didn't build his championship team, his championship roster off of recruits. It wasn't a whole bunch of freshmen playing for him. It wasn't a whole bunch of sophomores playing for him. Bama, a very young team, and credit them to that. But when it comes to the portal now, in the realm of college football and how it's pay for play and how you can persuade players to come, you saw how old the Indiana team was, how experienced they were. Period. That's the wave. That's what you damn near have to do. Now, recruiting, still important. Shout out to DeBoer and his recruiting staff. They had one of the top recruiting classes once again. That's another reason you can't just fire the man, right? Shit can the man. What was the whole narrative of DeBoer? Can he recruit in the SEC? Can he recruit? His recruiting is suspect. All this, all that. All right, bet. The man has proven he can recruit. His scouting team has proven they can recruit, right? Right. Now you still have to develop players, these 4 stars, 5 stars. They still have to be developed the proper way. But if we're talking recruiting rankings, Kalen DeBoer and Alabama are at the top. So they get some kudos, some props for that. But what was Indiana built on? Huh? And what noise is Indiana making right now in the portal? Indiana has dominated the portal once again. They dominated it. I'm going to get into the article in a minute. But Indiana has dominated the portal. What have they done again this year? Older players, experienced players. I think they got a top quarterback. So Bama needs to peep it. And Bama's making some moves. We got some signees, some commits in the building. So kudos to Bama. I'm going to get into that in a minute. We're going to break it all down, man. All down. And like I say, you want to come up here, say how you feel, and say what's real, let me know. I will drop you the link. Let's get it, bro. Heavy. But Indiana is building a damn juggernaut. Indiana will be right back in the mix next year. Period. Ain't no way around that, man. Matter of fact, let's just get into it. They talk about losing players to the portal. Bama lost this player. Bama lost that player. Adapt. Regroup. Attack. 1 second, man. This is the realm of college football now, bro. Period. You 1 second to share the screen, man. This is the realm of college football now. Bottom line, point blank, period, man. No cap, huh? Yeah. And I want to focus on Indiana just because how badly Alabama was dominated by Indiana. Coaches and players out physical, out hustled, outworked, out effort, whatever, man. Here we go. Indiana football is here to stay after loaded transfer portal haul. Kurt Signetti addressed various needs for Indiana's 2026 roster with several highly rated transfer portal recruits, including quarterback Josh Hoover. You see what it said he did? Address many of Indiana's needs by hitting the portal, dog. You hear me? That's what it's about around yonder. Let's get into it. Well, that was fast. Indiana coach Kurt Signetti mentioned during Sunday's pre-Peach Bowl press conference that 13 transfer portal recruits were on campus at the time. That cut into Signetti's film study ahead of Friday's college football playoff semifinal game against number 5 Oregon, a calendar issue that should be fixed for future seasons. But that's a topic for another day, perhaps one when Indiana is ranked number 1 in the nation again, because less than 48 hours after speaking about the challenge of balancing playoff prep with portal recruiting, Signetti proved why Indiana is here to stay at the top of the college football world. And I know some may say, oh, Indiana got money. Bama ain't got as much money. Fuck all that, bro. Bama ain't broke. You know, Bama ain't poor. They've been getting money off players, fans, merch, whatever. The city of Tuscaloosa, whatever. That's a college town, right? Right. So all this talk about, oh, other teams have money, other schools got this and that. Bama got Guapino. Bama got Federale. You hear me? Bama got the means to make some shit shake. Period. Now go play the game. Go play ball, Bama. You hear me? Heavy. That's what it's about around yonder. Go play damn ball. For real. Come on now. Get back into it, man. 1 second. All this talk about these teams have money and these teams. Come on, bro. Stop the cap. Indiana reloads through transfer portal. Indiana got off to a fast start in the transfer portal, securing 8 commitments since Sunday morning. And perhaps most importantly, they address needs at key positions. The Hoosiers would love to bring Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza back for another season, but he's off to the NFL. They replaced him with one of the top quarterbacks transfers available in TCU's Josh Hoover. Just like that, boom, they have a replacement who joins Indiana with 1 year of eligibility. The 6'2" Hoover completed 65.9% of his passes for 3,472 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions in 25. Hoover is ranked number 5 among transfer quarterbacks by ESPN, number 6 by On3, and number 9 by 247 Sports. So that quickly and swiftly, Indiana lands a top 10 QB prospect Not through recruiting, not through nothing else. Through what? Through the damn portal. Early. Teams are being built through the portal, man. Early. This is the state of college football. This is the state of Bama. Period. Now the question is, how will they play ball? While some believe there were better options, why would anyone doubt Cignetti's quarterback evaluation and development at this point? 4 different quarterbacks won Conference Player of the Year under Cignetti at James Madison. Curtis Rourke made the All Big Ten second team last season, and Mendoza won the Heisman this year. Indiana is set to lose 2 of its top 4 wide receivers at the end of the year, including Elijah Surratt and E.J. Williams Jr. Leading receiver Omar Cooper Jr. could also be a candidate to enter the NFL draft. Leading rushers Roman Hemby and Kaleon Black are out of eligibility at season's end too. And we saw what those running backs did to the Bama defense. I ain't going to sit here and cap at all. But the Hoosiers have already done well to replace those skill position players, landing Michigan State transfer Nick Marsh and Boston College running back Turbo Richard. The 6'3" Marsh is ranked number 15 overall and number 3 among transfer wide receivers by ESPN after hauling in 59 receptions for 662 yards and 6 touchdowns in 25. What we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? This is the state of college football around yonder, period. Like it or not, bro. This is it, man. This is it. Now, you still want to win big in recruiting, but at the end of the day, you want to bring in players who are experienced and who can play right away, early. Young players, freshmen especially, 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, don't care. They need time to grow. They need time to develop. Now, you have certain anomalies where players come in, boom, freshman phenoms. Hopefully we see that with Sedarian, the freshman receiver, coming in. But it's very rare that a freshman just comes in right away and dominates, right? You seen rarities like Caleb Downs. It doesn't happen often, though. Players need time to grow. They need development, period. They need to learn the system, period, dog. No cap. When I say Indiana was an old team, they were an old team. 4-year starters, 5-year experience, 6-year guys coming back, redshirt seniors, boom. An extra year of eligibility, boom. Come on, man. Guys 27, 28, 24, 25 years old. That's experience, man. You know? What did Bama average age across the board, huh? 22, 21, 23, max. Come on, man. So you attack the damn portal. You rebuild your team in total 749 rushing yards with 9 touchdowns. Cignetti and the Indiana staff were quick to address defensive needs too, with edge rushers Mikal Kamara, Kellen Wyatt, and Stephen Daly set to graduate. Indiana has already picked up commitments from Kansas State transfers Toby Asanami, number edge. I repeat, the number 4 edge rusher per 247 Sports. You see how quick they cleaning house? And Chidi Abiazor, number 18 edge, and Notre Dame transfer, Josh Burnham, number 12 edge. So right there, boom. Their edge rushing, the exterior part of their line solidified right there, boom. Quickly and swiftly, right? Right. They got 3 edge players, 3 edge rushers who are in the top 15, top 20, et cetera, et cetera. And you tell me Bama can't attack the portal and do the same? You tell me Bama isn't still the fucking standard? Even in a horrible loss, what's the conversation? What is everybody talking about? Is Bama done? Is Bama not done? What's going on with Bama? Where does Bama stand? What is the state of Bama? Who needs to be fired at Bama? What's the talk of the town? The talk of the football world? Bama. Even these coaches like Cignetti, Saban tree, boom. Where did he learn from? Saban, boom. You hear me? Early. So Bama still and will remain the talk of the town. The question is, how will Bama adapt? How will they regroup? Heavy. But you hit this portal efficiently. Come on, man. In the secondary, Wisconsin transfer Preston Zachman and Cincinnati transfer Jaquan Sanks will help replace graduating Hoosier safeties Lewis Moore and Devon Boykin. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Recycle. What is it? Recycle. There's still plenty of work to do in the portal, but Indiana got off to as good as of a start as one could imagine. And beyond the portal, other significant moves suggest a bright future in Bloomington. Another important situation, Indiana spends big to retain staff. Retaining staff is important. What do we see during the Saban era, especially the later years? Coaches perform well, coaches start leaving. They start picking your coaches away, huh? Yeah, bitch, yeah. So retaining your staff plays a major role. But not only retaining, forget that, letting staff go who should be fired, getting their ass up out of there around yonder who should be gone, and bringing better coaches in. But at the end of the day, Bama gonna have to pay up, bro. You hear me? And make some tough decisions, bro. You hear me? All this buddy, piss poor crap. Oh, DeBoer know him. That's why he's safe. No, bro. Kill that noise. DeBoer gonna have to man up, period. DeBoer gonna have to make some big boy man up decisions, bro. No cap. And it start with Grub, and it might start with Walmack. I got my questions about some position coaches. You hear me? And I don't care what nobody talking about Walmack. His defense is still, his linemen were still playing out of position. He's still at the wrong scheme, the wrong defense. Period, homie. Yeah. And we saw what happened when they ran into juggernauts with big bodies and big boys up front. Indiana spends big to retain staff. Part of Indiana's demise under Tom Allen revolved around not being able to retain and hire quality coordinators. Boom, epiphany. Boom, light bulb. What the fuck? Light bulb early. Come on, man. Offensive coordinator Kalen DeBoer and defensive coordinator Kane Walmack played key roles in Indiana, becoming bowl eligible in 2019 and 20. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Huh? So Kalen DeBoer and Kane Walmack, they should know what's up off the rip. Huh? So they got experience with Indiana. Huh? So Kalen DeBoer know firsthand how important it is to have the right staff, but not only have them, but retain them. Huh? You hear me? This ain't rocket science. This shit ain't hard for real. Make it fucking happen early. The problem is Kalen DeBoer don't want to put his foot down and fire his homeboys. Period. But they left in consecutive off seasons to take head coaching positions at Fresno State and South Alabama, respectively. Now DeBoer is Alabama's head coach with Walmack as his defensive coordinator. Indiana was unable to successfully replace either one. Shit, not no more. Not no more. You hear me? So now it all makes sense. Now it all makes more sense. This is really a family affair that DeBoer has taken too damn far. But now, thanks in part to greater financial commitment in football from athletic director Scott Dawson, Indiana has been able to fend off suitors. Greg Byrne, step up. Greg Byrne, go in your pockets, sock it to their pockets. Offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan and defensive coordinator Brian Haynes have each received outside head coaching interest, but choose to remain at Indiana. Loyalty. Their long-standing relationship with Cignetti and success at Indiana certainly plays a big role, but so does the financial aspect. Signetti's latest contract includes a clause that a good faith market review anytime the staff pool ranks lower than fifth in Big Ten conference or 10th nationally. Wow. So they putting shit in the contract. You hear me? They about business round yonder. They about real business round yonder. Greg Byrne, wake your ass up and sock it to the damn pockets. That allowed Indiana to increase Haynes' latest extension to $3 million per year. For context, Signetti's first contract at Indiana was worth roughly $4.5 million per year. And now his coordinators are making 66.6% of that. So they're getting paid, man. They're getting paid, man, in the shade. Huh? Yeah. Bitch, yeah, huh? Yeah. Oh, hold up, rewind, bring it back. Don't forget about Signetti's player development either. Come on now. Come on now. What is one of the biggest questions about this Bama coaching staff and these position coaches? Player development, period. O-line, player development, period. That's one of the big questions for Bama, like it or not, bro. Can they develop these players in the correct way? Coaching, man, the most important part of a team, period. Bottom line, bro. Bottom line, bro. One damn second, man. Wake up and smell the damn coffee here. You hear me? Indiana's financial commitment to football is a big reason it has gone from 9-27 in Allen's final 3 seasons to 25-2 in Signetti's first 2. But in no way should that diminish the way Signetti and his staff are viewed from a player development and evaluation standpoint. They've taken players Aiden Fisher, Mikael Kamara, D'Angelo Pons, Fernando Mendoza, the list could go on, and turned them from overlooked high school recruits into first-team All-Americans. And you tell me you don't look at coaching first? Some say the Indiana's high school recruiting rankings, number 66 and 24, number 49 and 25, and 33 and 26, suggest the current level of success is unattainable. And it could be true that Indiana needs to make number 33 the floor, not the ceiling, moving forward. But recruiting rankings are clearly not the be-all and end-all based on Signetti's track record. So after a quick start to transfer portal recruiting, and with the Peach Bowl coming up on Friday, Indiana fans can feel confident as any with Signetti leading the way. Come on, bro. My point exactly, dog. No cap. So that's where it starts, homie. That's where it starts, bro. Period. Andre Sutton, big facts, dog. You hear me? So that whole article, the way it was broke down, that tells you right there what Bama needs to do. That tells you right there what matters. It's not recruiting, not 5 stars, 4 stars. They play a role. It's a benefit to have them. Yeah. It's a benefit to finish top 5 in recruiting. Yeah. But if you don't develop your players, if you don't have the right coaching staff surrounding your players, bro, to put them in the best position to maximize their potential, it doesn't matter. Experience matters, man. You know? Player, excuse me. Player-coach relationships matter, bro. For real. Heavy. Belief. Players' belief in coaches matter, dog. For real. Period. We talking about here, bro. Get into the next segment of this live. Give me 1 second, man. Come on, bro. Now we got more Alabama portal news. We know the portal's getting crazy. Bama lost some players. Hopefully, they signed some key players. We know Keon Keeley has left the building. Question is, who could they get to replace Keon Keeley? I'm going to get into that first. Defensive lineman from USC. They say he's a juggernaut. I believe he's the number 2 D lineman in the nation. Bama need to handle that business round yonder, period. Let's get into the article, man. This just what it comes down to. That simple, that plain, bro. Period. You lose a player, you find a way to replace him quickly and swiftly. Keon Keeley definitely was an asset to the defense. You hit the portal and you replace him, bro. Let's get into this article right quick, man. Players are available. Players are still enticed by Bama, by the Bama name. You know, I'm sure there's players out there who want to play for DeBoer. If Walmack is so good, I'm sure there's players who want to play for him. D defensive linemen, I'm sure they're enticed by the way the defense looked last year. Out of position, whatever. Give me 1 second, man. Let's get into it. Play the game, Bama. Play the damn game. You hear me? Yeah. Alabama locks in a transfer visit with the D lineman who can replace Keon Keeley. The Crimson Tide and head coach Kalen DeBoer have locked in a visit from a defensive lineman in the transfer portal who could replace Alabama's Keon Keeley. With Keon Keeley headed out the door and into the transfer portal, the Alabama Crimson Tide is on the hunt for a new defensive lineman who can fill his place. Well, on Tompkins entered the transfer portal earlier this week after 3 years with the Trojans. Tompkins is currently ranked as the number 2 D lineman and number 28 overall prospect in the portal, making him a prime target for a ton of programs, but a must get for the Tide. We talk about trenches, talk about building the trenches, building depth, size in the trenches, experience in the trenches. You do it right here with this move. No cap. You hear me? Heavy. You do it right here with this type of player, man. Period. This season for USC, Tompkins amassed 31 tackles, 18 solo, 3 sacks, 2 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble. In comparison, Keeley earned just 13 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 1 pass deflection. Even though Keon Keeley didn't get as much reps as he should, so that's kind of a discrepancy there. Can't get too much caught up in the numbers. Don't get deceived by the numbers, right? But dude is a stud. Simply put, Tompkins wouldn't just be a good replacement for Keeley. He'd be a major upgrade for Alabama's defense. USC transfer defensive lineman Devon Tompkins will visit Alabama on January 5th. We already know that. Boom, that's the scoop. That's the 411. Keeley isn't the only Alabama player to hit the portal, with 17 players officially entering their name after it opened on January 2nd. So far, DeBoer and his staff have landed just one commitment from the portal in the form of 3-star tight end Josh Ford, who joined the Crimson Tide from the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Jalen Mbakwe, who committed to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets earlier today. Hey, man, wish him the best, bro. Don't like the way he left, but wish Mbakwe the best, period. Is the only former Alabama player who has committed to a new program at this point. The transfer portal closes on January 16th, and since it opened earlier this week, programs across the country are officially allowed to reach out to players. While the season was undeniably a success for the Tide, it still left fans lacking without an SEC title or a deep run in the college football playoff. The transfer portal has rubbed a little salt in that wound, but DeBoer has a great opportunity to rebuild and upgrade his team in a major way. So whatever issues you may run into, you can fix it, man. Like I say, the portal is the way to go. The portal is the way to go. Give me 1 second, man. More portal news. Where is this at? Hold on, give me 1 second, bro. Matter of fact, let's see if this dude got any check out some of these dudes' highlights right quick, man. Give me 1 second, man. But you must build in the trenches, period, man. You must build in the trenches for real. That's just what it is, no way around it. You must build your trenches, dog. I'm gonna see if this dude got any highlights real quick. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Defensive lineman. Let's see what it is with him, man. Tompkins. Tompkins. Hold on. See if you got any highlights or something we can see on him. Roster preview. Got something here. Let's see what this is about. Let's see right quick, man. See what this. See what the big boy moving, man. You talking about the number 2 D lineman in there? Number 2 D lineman in the portal. You get that, man. That's a win. That's a big ass win. I'm sure a lot of schools want him, man. Period. Sure, a lot of schools want that man, bro. No cap. Let's get it. Let's see what he looking like, though, man. Real quick. Here we go. Oh, nice spin move. Hold on, bro. This is against Michigan. I'm assuming this is this year or whatever year. I'm gonna see how he moves. Check out the move here, man. Make sure the screen is full, though. Hold up. 1 second, man. Boom, nice spin move right there, man. Oh, nice spin move. Nice quickness. Nice quickness, definitely. You can tell just off rip, he has a lot of raw talent, a lot of speed for his size, and he can still develop. He's still growing into his body. So yeah, bro, this would be a definitely big pickup for Bama. Period. No cap. But this is what I say, right? This is what I say. This is my point exactly, bro. The Indianas, the top schools, Bama's right there. Bama's right in the mix early. Like I say, Bama is still an enticing place to play. They're going to have to go in those pockets, though, and rock it and sock it to those pockets, though. Greg Byrne, though. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah. Greg Byrne got to get right, though. You hear me? Early, dog. No cap. Nice hustle. Forced fumble. Nice penetration right there. Let me bring that back. I like that shit. Nice penetration. You got to pay attention to penetration by defensive linemen. How quickly and swiftly do they penetrate? Do they get off the ball, etc.? Boom, right there. Boom, hit it. Nice play, boy. Plugging the gaps, plugging the holes, power, size. The fuck off him. And we have to talk about Kane Walmack potentially changing his scheme, to really fit his personnel. It shows you the talent he had with the way they played. Being out of position. Or not out of position, but in the wrong scheme. Bama had an undersized defensive lineman room for the most part, bro. Now you throw Tim Keenan in there in the middle, but they were still undersized, bro, for the scheme they were in, and they still performed very well. But it caught up to them eventually. Period. Oh yeah, man. This dude can be a player, bro. A lot of raw talent, man. A lot of raw talent for real. Definitely, man. Get him in the weight room, get him on a better nutrition program, all that. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bitch, yeah. You ready?
This is day one of my.
And that's it for that there, man. 1 second, Andre Sutton, that's all I want is O-line and D-line. We have enough skilled players. You got to build your trenches, man. You got to be solid up front, period. Got to be solid up front, especially when you lose players. You got to bring them in. You got to bring them in, bro. No cap. Now, is Keelan Keeley a loss? Yeah. No denying that. But it is what it is. How do you bounce back, bro? So that is USC defensive lineman. Question is, will Bama land him? Will they attain him? Let's get it in, man. 1 second, man. Let's get into some more Bama news, man. Bama lands a running back prospect, Hollywood Smothers. Shout out Hollywood Smothers for rocking and rolling with Bama. Let's just look this up right quick, man. Check him out as a player, as a running back, etc. We know how the running back room, what the running back room needs at Bama, what the running back room was missing this year at Bama. Let's get into it, man. Number one running back, bro. Number one running back in the portal. Number one. I didn't say two, I said one. I didn't say two, not the two, but the one. Let's get into it, man. So just like other teams can land big players and do this and do that, so can Bama, bro. So can Bama. You hear me? Big pickup right here for Bama, man. No cap. Let's get into it, man. Once again, you in the chat, like it up, bro. Support the channel, support the grind. Heavy. Alabama goes Hollywood and transfer portal with top running back commitment. Shout out Bama, bro. Shout out, salute Hollywood Smothers. Alabama football landed a commitment from NC State's Hollywood Smothers on January 5th. Let's go, bro. Where the sirens at, man? That's a big signing, bro. Major signing. That's big news for Bama. Come on now. Big news for Bama. Come on now. Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Big news, man. Come on now. Stop playing, boy. Stop playing, boy. You hear me? Heavy. Number one running back in the portal. You got to love that shit, bro. Heavy. Let's get it. Alabama football landed a commitment from NC State's Hollywood Smothers on January 5th, one of the best running backs available in the transfer portal. He announced the move on social media. Smothers, a 2-year starter for the Wolfpack, rushed for 939 yards with 6 touchdowns on 160 carries this season, and also caught 37 passes for 189 yards and another score. Weapon. You can utilize him outside the backfield as well. Weapon. That's what it's about, man. Weapon. You hear me, huh? Yeah. Give me 1 second. Just move my damn screen. Hold up 1 second, man. Smothers, a 2-year starter for the Wolfpack, rushed for 939 yards with 6 touchdowns on 160 carries this season, and also caught 37 passes for 189 yards and another score. the first team All ACC selection, joins a running back room that desperately needs playmakers. As Alabama averaged 3.4 yards per carry as a team in 25. Damn, piss poor, homie. Smothers is the number 29 ranked recruit and number 2 running back in the transfer portal, according to 24 Sports. He says, all God wrote on X. Smothers started his career at Oklahoma, where he played sparingly as a true freshman in 23. He was a 4-star recruit tabbed as the number 26 running back nationally out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Smothers chose Oklahoma over Florida State and NC State out of high school, although he also held an offer from Alabama. The Crimson Tide ended up with Justice Haynes and Richard Young in 23, both of whom have since left or entered the transfer portal. Smothers projects as Alabama started running back in 26 after the Crimson Tide lost leading rusher Jam Miller, who declared for the NFL draft on January 5th. And I don't know if that was a good move for Jam, dog. I ain't gonna cap. You know, Jam wasn't really very impressive this year. Alabama also returns true freshman Daniel Hill, who rushed for 284 yards and a team-leading 6 rushing touchdowns. So that shows you how piss poor this run game was, period. And you can't put it all on the running backs. You put it on coaching. You put it on the line. But at the end of the day, we need a more explosive back in that backfield. We just need a better running back room in general. Then you got A.K. Deere there. Then you got Smothers, who probably be the starter. He's a different dynamic, right? A real weapon X type. Explosive, fast, elusive. You can also utilize him out the backfield. It's what you want. Smothers is Alabama's second transfer portal commit of his 2026 class, joining former Oklahoma State tight end Josh Ford. Let's get into some of Smothers' highlights, dog. Give me 1 second here. Bama need, but this is a fact. Like I say, Jam Miller, he probably shouldn't have left. You know, he probably should have entered the portal and went somewhere else. But we need a back like Smothers. This is a big signing for Bama, bro. Period. No cap. You needed this. We needed this type of running back here. You want a second? Let's get into some of Smothers' highlights. Just see how, what he brings to the table. Got to see what guys bring to the table, man. But if Bama can just land, just land a few more, man. A few more. They'll be good. They'll be good, dog. Not to mention the recruiting class that's coming in, the young freshmen, some freshmen who may start right away. So don't get too carried away, man. All hope is definitely not gone, bro. For real. Look at some of these highlights right quick, bro. You hear me? Hold on, man. Hold on. I want to see if one, but let me see. You gotta watch out for the copyrights as well, huh? You hear me? Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on, man. We got some portal news from Bama as well, homie. You hear me? Heavy. Bama got some more signings in the building. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on, man. Look at some. 1 second here, baby. You hear me? Hold on. Oh, come on, bro. Let's see. Hold on, man. Share this screen right quick, man. Hollywood Smothers.
Yes! Hello, Hollywood.
To take one over the top.
Instead of give to Hollywood Smothers, who's got the great vision.
Explosiveness, man. Explosiveness, what you bring to the table. Like he said, vision, you know. What type of vision does he have? What type of explosiveness does he have that was missing all year in the Bama backfield? Daniel Hill had some good runs. Jam Miller, he wasn't the same player. A.K. Deere, you wanted to see more of him. But this right here is what we need, bro. Period.
To take one over the top.
This what he brings to the table right here, right now, early.
Instead of give to Hollywood Smothers, who's got the great vision.
Out of there.
Smothers hits the gas. Hello, Hollywood.
That got beat up by East Carolina early this season. Smothers bounces off
Nice
defenders,
cut.
finds a huge hole, still on his feet. He's gonna go.
That's cut. That was a great run. And I understand these are specifically highlights, best runs, but what I see from this dude, I saw some of his other like longer highlight clips as well. Very explosive, gives you speed in the backfield, explosiveness, like they said, vision, great vision, but also a receiving weapon, you know? But this is the type running back that Bama really needed, bro. Period.
On his feet. He's gonna go. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Little swing routes and bubble routes.
Now trying to run. Smothers, watch out here. He's got great speed into pit territory and more. It's a foot race, and Hollywood wins it. 65.
To take one over the top.
This one more time, huh?
Instead of give to Hollywood Smothers.
Nice cut.
Great vision.
Up there.
Smothers hits the gas. Hello, Hollywood.
That got beat up by East Carolina early this season. Smothers bounces off defenders, finds a huge hole, still on his feet. He's gonna go. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Little swing routes and bubble routes.
Now trying to run. Smothers, watch out here. He's got great speed into pit territory and more. It's a foot race, and Hollywood wins it.
Yeah, man. So dude definitely has talent, bro. No cap. Give me 1 second, man. So Hollywood Smothers, shout out Hollywood Smothers for coming to Bama. Definitely the running back prototype that Bama needs. We need some more boost, some more juice in that running back room, period. You looking at him to be a starter? Definitely. I'm sure you wouldn't, Andre. I'm sure you wouldn't, Andre. Oh, man, bro. Come on, now. Come on now, man. Here we go, man. We got some more news coming out of Bama. Let me get into this here. I was going to get it to James Smith, but we can say that for later. See what new news we got for this portal, man. Seems like Bama signs 2 new players, I believe. Time kills 2 birds, 1 stone. Let me see. So Alabama signs a linebacker. Oh, let's see what he about, man. Let's see what this news is. Fresh up out the presser, man. Some big news out of Bama, huh? Hold on, man. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second, man. Bama news. We're signing new recruits. Signing the recruits. So Bama, hold on, man. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Splash signing. Let's see. Hold on. Feel like Bama signed a linebacker out of VTech, out of Virginia Tech. Let's see what it's on. Let's see what it's about. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Caleb Woodson. Caleb Woodson transferring to Bama. Caleb Woodson, 1 second. Let's see what we got here, man. Boom, boom. Now we know linebacker is definitely a position of need. So this could definitely be major for Bama right here. Let's get into it. Alabama football lands Virginia Tech linebacker transfer. Caleb Woodson, what to know? With Devontae Lawson, Nakahil Green, and Justin Jefferson all gone, Alabama football has found its first answer to fill its linebacker room in 26. Alabama landed Virginia Tech linebacker transfer Caleb Woodson for the 26th season. He confirmed on his social media. Shout out to Caleb Woodson. Woodson is the third transfer the Crimson Tide has added in 2026 in the 2026 cycle, along with former Oklahoma State tight end Josh Ford and former NC State running back Hollywood Smothers. Caleb Woodson's stats. In three seasons at Virginia Tech, the Hokie star linebacker position, Woodson had 152 tackles, not bad, 11.5 tackles for loss, and 210 sacks. What? Are you kidding me? Is dude a monster? I repeat, is dude a real monster? Early. Okay, 210 sacks. He gets to that quarterback, man. He gets to that quarterback for real. I'm assuming he's very athletic for real. Woodson was second on the Hokies with 58 tackles and 25, despite missing 3 games against Wolford, NC State, and Wake Forest. A 6'3", 220-pound, 230-pound linebacker. Woo. 6'3", 230, running like that with speed. Hold on, man. Where the sirens at? Bro? For real. 6'3", 230? Are you kidding me, dog? Let's go, man. Oh, man, we got Super Vega in the building. He wilding, he tweaking. Big dude here, bro. Big dude for real. Give me 1 second. A 6'3", 230-pound linebacker, Woodson primarily lined up in the box, playing 325 of his 378 total snaps in 2025 from the middle. Woodson started his career splitting time between the box and the slot corner position equally. Woodson was a 3-star safety in the Hokies 2023 recruiting class out of Battlefield High School in Haymarket, Virginia. Caleb Woodson eligibility. How many years does Alabama get? Woodson played 3 full seasons for VTech, leaving him 1 season of eligibility at Alabama. How Caleb Woodson fits with Alabama football. Woodson projects as Alabama's weak side linebacker, one that can prove to be versatile in both defending the pass and coverage to stopping the run as a traditional linebacker. Xavier Griffin, a 5-star freshman, is projected to land at the same will linebacker position, one that Jihad Campbell occupies. What are they talking about, occupy, or do they mean occupy, bro? What we talking about here? But Woodson represents a stopgap until a player like Griffin is ready. And given Woodson's positional versatility, he could be moved around to fill whatever linebacker position Alabama needs him to fill. Alabama also expects players like Luke Metz, Duke Johnson II, Caden Jones, QB Reese, and Abdul Sanders Jr. to return in 2026. And that's what it is, bro. Let's get into some of this dude's highlights, man. Breaking news out of Alabama, bro. Let's really see what he about. Let's see what this dude about here, man. Caleb Woodson. 6'3", 230. Damn, boy. Big dude. And he moving? Let's get it. Let's see what's up, man. Speed, bro. Speed, what this dude has. Size, power, and speed, what this dude's had, dog. You hear me? Speed and power, you hear me? Number 25, right here. Let's run it back to the beginning. This is what Bama needs, bro. If Kane Womack is gonna stay in that same scheme, well, this dude fits the scheme very well. Damn, bro. 6'3", 230. He looks like a damn safety, homie. You hear me? Yeah. And you can put him in coverage? For real? Splash. Here, man. You got a definite player. We understand how it goes. He gotta come in progress and learn the system, learn the game, learn the system, all that. But this dude's a factor, man. He a damn factor, man. Let's go. Bro, he's flying, bro. Dude's flying, bro. He's flying, dog. You hear me? Heavy. Dude's flying to that ball early. Oh, we needed him. We needed this boy here. Bitch, yeah. These old highlights and new highlights. You see Cam Ward in the NFL now. But this dude's a player, bro. Bama got one. That's two splash moves in the portal. Learn, Bama. Attack, Bama. Win the portal. Win the portal. Huh? Yeah, bro. That boy can cover too, man. Yo, he's a weapon, dog. Yeah, if Kane Womack comes back with the same scheme, he's a damn weapon, bro. Baller. Shout out Bama, bro. Nice pickup. Very nice pickup. You hear me? No cap. No cap, bro. No denying it. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there with Bama. That's what you have to do. Play ball for real. Play fair ball for real. Wilson Casey in the building. Hey, that's a lot of sacks, bro. Is that number? Is that possible? I don't know about is 210. I don't know about 210. Is Yahoo tripping? I mean, I'm like 210. I think we got some misprints in Yahoo, but matter of fact, let me go to his stats real quick and see how many sacks he really had, bro. Because Yahoo might be tripping, homie. You heard me. I think Yahoo, whoever the beat writer for Yahoo, typing a little too damn fast, homie. You heard? No cap. Yeah, typing a little too damn fast. You hear me? 210. That sound way off. Only thing about him, can he stay healthy, bro? Period. You know, can he stay healthy, bro? That's it right there. Where's it 2020? I just want to see his 2025 stats. Talking about 200. Hold on, let me see. Woodson. Oh, let's get into this thing right quick. Let me share the screen. Woodson said, hold up, man. 210. Ain't no damn way. You hear me? Ain't no 210, man. Let me share this screen, man. Give me 1 second, man. Let's get the real stats here. But he's fast, dog. Speed, demon, big. 6'3", 220. He looked like a fucking safety, bro. You hear me? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Great pickup by Bama, bro. For real. Woodson, a Haymarket, Virginia native, was second among Virginia Tech players in tackles in 25, tallying 58. The 6'3", 230-pound defender also tallied 2.5 tackles for loss over his 3 seasons with the Hokies. Woodson registered 151 tackles, 3 pass breakups, 2 sacks, and 1 interception. Yeah, 210. Yahoo, whoever's writes and beat writes for Yahoo should be fired quickly and swiftly, bro. You hear me? Like, how can you get away with putting down erroneous information, bro? The only thing about him, can he stay healthy a full season? You know, some may say he's undersized at that position, but 6'3", 220, I don't think that's undersized, man. Versatile as a bitch. Versatile for real, man. You hear me? Let's see if we got any other see what else we got on this man here, bro. That's pretty much at the bottom. So that's pretty much all the stats. How the hell they get away with saying 210 sacks, bro? That is crazy. That is blasphemy. But shout out to Bama, bro. Lands another player. And we talk about speed. That's what Bama needs. And he will fit very good in the scheme. Like I say, he's going to probably put more weight on this season if he continues to grow into his body. And he can adapt and develop in this scheme alongside with other Bama players, you know, young freshmen, young sophomores, him, Pierre. Like, come on, bro. The defense could be in a very nice spot, period. A very nice spot, man. Big pickup for Bama, bro. Early. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Let's get into these notes, man. Portal news. That's pretty much it for the portal news. We know Smith hit the portal. You know, like I say, you got to replace guys. Trenches, baby, trenches. A lot of players hit the portal, but hey, James Smith hit it. Guys want to leave, they leave. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, Bama has to play the portal game to make the portal moves. We got Caden Proctor going to the draft. Talk about that real quick, man. Give me 1 second. Caden Proctor is up out of there. So you lose another player to the trenches. Part of the game. And what did you expect, right? You know, Caden Proctor is a dog. He'll be a first-round pick, probably a top 10 pick, period. Right now, the trenches, the O-line is definitely being affected, man. Definitely being affected by the portal and the draft. Let's get into it. They said 210 damn sacks, bro. For real. That's crazy. Alabama left tackle Caden Proctor reveals decision for 2026 draft. Caden Proctor announced on Tuesday that he is going to enter the 2026 NFL draft. The Iowa native was a 3-year starter for Crimson Tide, going back to his freshman year in 23. Proctor earned consensus All-American honors in 25. Proctor announced the news with an Instagram post. It is time for me to take the next step on this journey and pursue my dream of playing in the NFL, Proctor wrote. The work does not stop here. The best is yet to come. You can't be mad at Proctor, man. You know, shout out Proctor. Go get that bread, homie. Go get that damn bread. Proctor thanked many from his past in the post, including his Alabama and high school coaches and teammates, his trainer and the academic helpers in Tuscaloosa. This journey has been unforgettable, Proctor wrote, and it would not have been possible with unwavering love and support of so many people, starting with my family and friends. You have sacrificed so much to put me in a position to succeed. I appreciate it more than words can express. Proctor was also recognized as the co-recipient of the Jacobs Blocking Trophy given to the SEC's top offensive lineman. That even more solidifies his career at Bama, him being a first-round top 10 pick. Alabama used Proctor in some special packages this past season. He took 5 carries for 16 yards with 3 first downs. His most notable occurred in the Crimson Tide's win over Georgia in Athens. Proctor made a catch that went down as a rush, then rumbled for the first down to set up a touchdown before halftime. Proctor left Alabama after his freshman year, entering the transfer portal to go to Iowa. Then he changed his mind in the spring. Proctor went back to Alabama, where he started each of the past 2 years. Proctor joined center Parker Brailsford in declaring for the NFL draft with remaining eligibility. With Proctor and Brailsford going pro, Alabama will have a much different offensive line in 26. The Crimson Tide also saw starter Wilkin Formby enter the transfer portal. Meanwhile, other players who started games, Cam Dewberry, Geno Vandermark, and Jane Roberts, all saw their eligibility expire. Right tackle Michael Carroll is set to be the only returning starter on the offensive line. That's crazy, man. So you're talking about a whole O-line that has to be revamped. You know, we talking about splash moves in the portal. We need to hit those O-line, bro. We need to attack those O-line. Caden Proctor gone. Corral really the only guy returning, and he'll be a sophomore. You know? So Bama makes some splash move with Hollywood Smothers, Caleb Woodson at the linebacker position. That's cool, but let's hit them O-line trenches, bro. You hear me? Heavy. You know? And shout out Caden Proctor, dog. What he did at Bama, the experiences he gave to Bama, you know, the moments. Can't get mad at the man for going to get that bread, that guapino, that federale, right? Yeah. We got here. OH, music nerd in the building. Music nerd says go Buckeyes, but he put go Buckets. Hey, music nerd. Check your grammar, my boy. You hear me? Check your spelling, my boy. You hear me? Matter of fact, let's have a spelling bee, music nerd. You hear me? Me and you. Who can spell the most words, boy? SEC sucks. Stop the cap. All of a sudden, the SEC sucks now. All right, man. Come on, bro. Stop the cap, homie. Got some more news. Last few segments, I'm going to get into more portal news. Then I'm going to get into the Ty Simpson situation and break that down. Then finish up and get on up out of here, man. Give me 1 second, bro. Roll Tide full of pride. Let's get it. Some more portal news. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Got James Smith hitting the portal as well. One second, man. See what this about here. 1 second here. Share this screen. This is the way of college football now, man. This is the game that Bama has to play, period. But Bama's still right there in the mix, bro. 2 good signings so far. How did they finish? How did they finish for real? Alabama loses another defensive starter to the transfer portal. Alabama football is losing starting defensive lineman James Smith to the transfer portal. The Carver High School alumnus has entered the transfer portal, CBS Sports reported Tuesday. Smith joins former high school teammate and fellow starter Qua Russaw in putting his name in the transfer portal. Qua Russaw, another big name, man. You got to replace these guys. You see one to get replaced with Caleb Woodson, see how he pans out. But Qua Russaw, another name. He battled with injury, but the talent is definitely there. Smith started 12 games this past season at defensive tackle. The third-year player tallied 6.5 tackles for loss and 2.5 sacks. He was 6th on the team in pressures with 11 total per Pro Football Focus. Smith was a 5-star recruit in 23 per the 247 Sports Composite. He was the number 2 defensive lineman and the number 28 player overall. With Smith's departure, Alabama will have 3 new starters on the defensive line in 26. The third will also depart because their eligibility expired. Smith is arguably the most notable transfer portal departure to date, in addition to Russaw. 2 big names, bro, right there. Boom. Who was the starter at the Wolf outside linebacker spot before he sustained an injury. The other was offensive lineman Wilkin Formby, who was a starter in 14 games. The transfer portal is scheduled to remain open through January 16th. This will be the only window ahead of the 2026 season. That's a plus. So no portal in the spring. That's definitely a benefit. And I think this whole portal thing, man, these players need to come in and have to sign at least a 1-year, right? 2-year contract, something, bro. Like being able to leave after a year. Like, that I understand it's the state of college football, but how do you really build a legitimate program year after year when players can leave year after year? Is what it is, though, man. But right now, Alabama being affected in the trenches, O-line and defensive, O-line and D-line. That's where Bama is being affected most right now as far as this whole portal situation goes, bro. Period. The question is, how do they adapt? A lot more work to do. A lot more work to do. You got a good player in Caleb Woodson, a big linebacker, a fast linebacker. He fits your scheme. You got a very good running back in Smothers. Explosive running back, elusive running back. So we'll see, bro. And last but not least, we got Ty Simpson in the building, bro. Now, Ty Simpson, a lot of rumors and news about Ty Simpson leaving. What kind of draft grade will he get? Some rumors and speculations. Will he go to Tennessee, etc. Like I said in previous videos, if he goes to Tennessee, he is an op. Period, dog. No cap. Hell to the yeah, bro. If he goes to Tennessee, he is an op. Some say Oregon, some say Tennessee, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, he is from Tennessee, so some say it would make sense. But we know how big that rivalry is every year. We know what's going on. One second. One second. Hey, which two players, Austin? Which two players, dog? Let me know. Probably this year, you know, he didn't perform horrible. Was he great? No. Who is he as a quarterback? Who knows? Yeah, he has a lot of growth and development to do. Do I think he's NFL ready? No. We saw him play very well mid-season. Later parts of the season, saw him play not so good, bro. You hear me? A lot of blame was on the O-line, but at the end of the day, Ty Simpson put the offense and the O-line in bad predicaments. He missed some throws. He misread defenses. He got finicky in the pocket, got rattled in the pocket under pressure. He folded at times. So we have to be realistic when we're talking about Ty Simpson as a player, as a whole, in general, etc. Does he have room to grow? Hell yeah. Could he go pro right now and be third round, second round, fourth round? Yeah, definitely. But is he a number one pick? No. Is he a first round pick? No. Not in my opinion. No, I didn't see enough. He didn't do enough for me. Now, it could be a team out there who will take a chance on him. But at the end of the day, we all know that Ty Simpson needs to grow and needs to develop more. You know? Let's get into this article about Ty. But if he goes to Tennessee, bro, he is definitely an op to Bama. I repeat, if he goes to Tennessee, he is definitely an op to Bama. You hear me? Period. Me personally, I'd much rather see him go to Oregon than to Tennessee, bro. Here's why Alabama QB Ty Simpson would transfer to Tennessee football for 26. Is the idea of Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. Hold on, am I sharing this right now? Hold on one second. Make sure I got this on and zoned in. Is the idea of Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson transferring to Tennessee football a legitimate possibility or just wishful thinking by UT fans? Either way, it's hard to find a Knoxville sports talk radio show or a UT fan social media account that isn't obsessed with the prospect of him playing for the Vols in 26. This shit keeps skipping on. Why it keeps skipping, bro? Numerous media reports have linked Simpson to Tennessee. That is, if he doesn't declare for the 26 NFL draft and if he doesn't return to Alabama for another season. Those are two big ifs. Simpson sports agent Peter Webb told Knox News that the quarterback is weighing his options. He specifically commented on Simpson's consideration of the NFL draft. Still no decisions have been made about Ty declaring for the draft. Webb told Knox News on January 6th. He is still evaluating everything with his family. this week and having lots of calls with close advisors so he can make a very informed decision. But why would Simpson, a one-time Heisman Trophy candidate, leave Alabama for rival Tennessee? There's some logic to it, but also some big hurdles. Let's explain why this story has legs. Ty Simpson would have gone to Tennessee if it not for this. Simpson was a 5-star recruit in 22, class out of Martin Westview High in West Tennessee. So he's from Tennessee. He chose Alabama over Tennessee. Nick Saban, coaching a perennial national title contender, made that a very good option, but it was understood that Tennessee lost out on landing Simpson because it fired Coach Jeremy Pruitt amid an NCAA investigation into a recruiting scandal. Ty's dad, Jason Simpson, was going to be an assistant coach at UT, and Ty was going to follow him there, but then Pruitt was fired. So we see why he didn't end up at Tennessee, right? It's always something else to the story, you know. Instead, Simpson committed to Alabama on February 26, 2021, a month after UT hired coach Josh Heupel. In person, recruiting was restricted by COVID at the time. Heupel was too far behind to make up ground, and UT was facing multi-year probation and the possibility of a bowl ban during Simpson's playing career. If Simpson didn't go into the NFL draft or return to Alabama and instead entered the transfer portal, Tennessee would be a logical choice. Tennessee fans hope Josh Heupel has a secret plan. The Simpson to Tennessee narrative also has gained momentum because UT fans are anxious to land a quarterback, and most of the good ones are already off the board. As of January 6, 14 of the top 20 quarterbacks in the portal have committed to schools, according to 247 Sports rankings. No quarterbacks have visited Tennessee. So Tennessee is very desperate, period. Heupel has indicated that UT needs to add a quarterback from the portal to go with George McIntyre, a former 4-star recruit, and Faison Brandon, a 5-star signee. If UT doesn't get a quarterback in the portal, Joey Aguilar returning or Simpson transferring seem like viable options, but on the surface, neither seems likely, unless Heupel knows something we don't know. Aguilar is attached to the lawsuit filed by Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia against the NCAA in federal court, which challenges the association's eligibility rules involving former junior college players. Damn. There have been no recent developments in the case. Both parties have made recent filings to the court, but no hearings have been scheduled. If Simpson is privately planning to enter the portal and go to Tennessee, his camp is not tipping its hand. Shit, why would they? Why wouldn't Ty Simpson declare for an NFL draft? Maybe because he's not ready. Maybe, baby. The NFL provides draft grades to underclassmen through its college advisory committee. If Simpson projects as a first-round pick, expect him to declare for the draft. If he gets a second-round grade, he could consider returning to college for his final season of eligibility. It's a thin draft class for quarterbacks. Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman Trophy winner, and Oregon's Dante Moore are projected as top 5 picks. Many mock drafts done by media outlets slot Simpson as a first-round pick if he declares for the draft, but there's also a sense that he could slide because of his late season struggles. If Simpson believes he could solidify his first-round stock in 27 by playing another college season, he may return. Why wouldn't Ty Simpson return to Bama? Alabama certainly would take Simpson back for one more season. He's beloved by the Tide and coach Kalen DeBoer, and he earned all SEC honors in the 25 season, passing for 3,567 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Simpson's return perhaps would nudge backup quarterback Austin Mack toward the portal. Oh, definitely, man. If Ty Simpson were to return, Austin Mack is probably up out of there heavy. And me personally, I'm kind of ready to see what Mack can do for real. You know, Keelan Russell as well, but Austin Mack, the times he did get in and play, he looked pretty solid, no cap. At times, he even looked better and more smooth than Ty. And the board would have to tell freshman Qua Russaw, a former 5-star recruit, to be patient while waiting for the starting job. So why would Simpson consider the portal? The only plausible reason is a massive raise in NIL money. Guapino Federale, we know what it's about. If Simpson were on the transfer market, he would command a very high dollar figure, and teams with deep pockets and quarterback needs would be willing to pay. That's why Tennessee, Oregon, and Miami have been reported as potential suitors. The question is whether Alabama would be willing to match any offers. After all, Mack and Russell are viable options for the Tide in the 2026. The portal closes on January 16th. Expect Simpson to make his NFL draft decision before then. If he returns to college, he'll be a hot commodity. Until that happens, the NFL still appears to be his most likely destination in 2026. But rest assured, Tennessee will be watching. And that's what it is, bro. Like I say, Simpson, I don't think he's ready for the NFL. You know, just watching him play this year, watching how he progressed, then regressed. I feel like he still has a lot more growth, a lot more work to do. You know, as far how he folds under pressure at times. He needs to become better at reading the field, become better at big time moments. Now, he delivered in some big time moments, but overall wasn't consistent enough. Now, I know you throw inconsistent O-line play in there, inconsistent play calling in there. I get that. Cool. Boom. But at the end of the day, we saw weaknesses in Ty Simpson's game early. So we'll see, bro. This is the portal. This is what it is. But as far as quarterbacks for Bama, you got Austin Mack, you got Qua Russaw. I would be satiated with them. Go ahead and battle it out for that number one QB spot. But if Simpson was to return, you could rest assured that Austin Mack probably would be up out of there. He probably would definitely be up out the building. You hear me, dog? No cap. Andre Sutton, we don't need a QB. Hey, according to the article in Tennessee and what's going on in Tennessee, big dog, y'all definitely need a QB. You hear me? Early, homie. Heavy. Y'all definitely need a QB, big dog. Period. No cap. Bottom line. You know? Heavy, man. Early. See what else, Bama. We got 3 minutes left till we hit that 2-hour mark. Let's see what other Bama news we got right quick, man, before I roll up out of here. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride. See any late news? Anything going on? That's pretty much the linebacker shit. Oh, snap. More news in, baby. Just perfect timing, huh? Perfect timing. Let's get it. Perfect timing. Let's get it. Bama ain't done yet. Bama ain't done yet. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's grind. Let's work. Let's get it. Here we go. Got him. Got one. No, it's been news and rumors about Michigan O-lineman visiting Bama, coming to Bama. Visiting Bama, coming to Bama. Let's get it. Let's make it work. Let's make it work. It's what we need right here. Trenches. Trenches, man. Perfect timing. You hear me? Trenches. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Alabama football lands Michigan offensive lineman. Transfer with Nick Saban ties. What to know? Let's go, baby. Just then, 24 minutes ago. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of damn pride. Alabama football has started to rebuild its offensive line. With multiple spots to fill up front for 26, the Crimson Tide added Michigan offensive line transfer Caden Strayhorn. Shout out respect to Caden Strayhorn, baby. He is in the building. You hear me? Yeah. 1 second. Let's go, man. Caden Strayhorn is in the building. One of the big names that Bama wanted. Here we go. Who just finished his freshman season with the Wolverines. Strayhorn visited Alabama Monday, January 5th, and committed shortly thereafter. He confirmed on his social media. Strayhorn is the 4th transfer portal addition for the Crimson Tide, joining former Oklahoma State tight end Josh Ford, former NC State running back Hollywood Smothers, and former Virginia Tech linebacker Caleb Woodson. Strayhorn did not play much as a true freshman for Michigan. Let's get it, man. Trenches, rebuild through the portal early. A 3-star interior offensive lineman out of IMG Academy, the Novi, Michigan native, appeared in 2 games for the Wolverines. He played 14 snaps at center against Central Michigan and all 80 snaps at right guard in Michigan's Cheez-It Citrus Bowl loss to Texas. Strayhorn allowed 3 pressures against the Longhorns. Strayhorn, a 6'2", 308-pound lineman, played 3 seasons at IMG Academy after playing his freshman high school season at Detroit Catholic Central. Strayhorn played right tackle as a senior in 24 and played with Alabama offensive lineman Michael Corral. Strayhorn's father, Jason Strayhorn, played center for Michigan State from 1994 to 98 under head coach Nick Saban. So the ties are there. Caden Strayhorn eligibility. How many years does Alabama get? Caden Strayhorn secured a red shirt from his first season at Michigan. He has 4 seasons of eligibility. How Caden Strayhorn fits with Alabama football? Well, he's a big body. He's depth. We need him. That's how he fits. Shit, we need him in the trenches. That's how. Alabama has a few holes to fill on his offensive line that Strayhorn could fill, definitely. Both Crimson Tide guard spots are open after Cam Dewberry, Jaden Roberts, and Geno Vandermark each exhausted their collegiate eligibility and will be entered the NCAA transfer portal. But Alabama also needs a center after Parker Brailsford elected to enter the NFL draft and Joseph Ionata entered the portal. Whatever spot Strayhorn fills, it's one that he could fill for a number of years, having just played 2 games as a freshman for Michigan. So you got a young player there, another body, depth chart, and a guy with skills. So shout out Bama, bro, making more moves in the portal. Great way to finish up the live. You hear me once again. Shout out Strayhorn in the building. I repeat, Strayhorn in the damn building, bro. You hear me? So let's get it, bro. You know, a lot of work to be done from Bama, but this is the era. This is the new college era. The question is, how will Bama adapt to this situation? Period, bro. So I understand it's a lot of questions, a lot of fans mad, upset, etc. Give it some time, man. Give it some time. Let's see how Bama work this thing out. You know what I mean? Roll Tide full of pride, man. You know what it is. Big SKOL here. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw forever. I'll see y'all next time, man. Roll Tide. Yeah.